I'm pausing on purpose. Check, check. Does it sound good? Does it look good? Don't make fun of my hair. I know. I just got out of the shower. Happy Wednesday. Keeping It Shrimple episode 25. Looks good. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So here we go. Don't want to let everybody down right out at the beginning, even though there's only 7 of you so far. But Brian isn't going to make it tonight. Unfortunately, he called me about an hour ago. And since he's home for the first time in 3 months, he tried to jam pack all of his chores into this week before he goes back to work. So in the process, he kind of overscheduled himself, and he's in the middle of cutting down trees and got arborists and doing all kinds of, lumberjack stuff. So he's unfortunately not going to be on the stream, which I didn't make a list of things to talk about because I figured with Brian on the show, he'd probably keep everything going smoothly with as much as he has to talk about since it's been 3 months. So that was a breathful. Anyways, he's not going to be here. It's just me. So hopefully y'all are okay with that. I hope. Please, 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 please. So I want to say hello to everybody. Mystery Snail Guardians, Annette, helping you snail it from the start. Beautiful. Frank DeSanta, hello. Jeff Kane, welcome. Jack in the Shrimp Tank. Sandy, how you doing? Holly, Freaky Fish Lady, hello. Sherry, Mississippi Hippie. Brooke Lee, how you doing? It's picking up cichlids. Eduardo, what's going on, oregano? Sorry, I couldn't help it. Inside joke, people. Hello. Oh, awesome. Yes, please hit the like button when you get a chance. I don't want to like Jerry. Hey, BJ, how you doing? Oh, Eduardo. Sorry we got cut off yesterday midstream in our conversation. Of course, we got cut off midstream, but also in our conversation, I hit the button. I was doing some stuff, and I hit the button. The next thing you know, everything was gone, and I couldn't find the link to go back. So I left you alone with Dee Dee. Greg's Planet Tanks. Hey, how you doing? Daniel. Hope all are well, safe, and healthy. Yes, especially your shrimp. Hope your shrimp are healthy and safe. Some of you have gotten some shrimp from me recently. Hope everything's well with those shrimp. Some of you are expecting some shrimp from me that I shipped out the other day. So hopefully when you get your shrimps, you'll be all happy and you'll jump up and down and you'll say stuff like, oh, golly, what a rookie. What a rookie.
I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
See, I just got to get on the right tab. So, no Brian, just me. What kind of things do we want to talk about? Shrimp. That's what we want to talk about, right? I know I do. Your shrimpies came in today? Ooh, nice. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. That means probably Killer Kitties probably got here today as well, or got there today. So hopefully we'll hear from her. So I've done some stuff. I probably talked a little bit about it on the morning show, and I talked about it on Brian's stream Monday. I don't know if any of you caught that. It was kind of a pop-up stream. He was excited to be home, and he's having a sale on his website. So if anything, at least go check it out. It's a pretty good deal, 50% off. I know I shouldn't be sending people to other people's websites, but he's got a great deal going on. 50% off. I know he wanted to talk about it while he was going to be up tonight. So go check it out. And if anything, look at the website and let me know what you think. Just shop around, do a practice cart or whatever, and just get a look at it and a feel for it. And then let me know what you think. There's a little chat window on the site that pops up. You could leave comments on there. And if anything, say hashtag I love shrimp so that he knows that I sent you. But I'd love for you to check it out and see what you think, because I did a lot of tweaking to the website, and it really, I just want to know what you think. See if you like my work. He likes it, and hopefully it helps him out. I think it looks a lot better. It works. The automation is in there. So yeah, just go check it out. And like I said, put hashtag I love shrimp. He'll get a kick out of that. At least people are stopping in and saying, I love shrimp. And I see all of y'all posting it in chats and other people's streams, and I appreciate it. I love it. Probably some people get annoyed with it, and I'm sorry if they do, but it's so much fun. And thank you for going with it and having a little fun with it, because it's kind of cool to see that. I love shrimp everywhere from everybody. I mean, it's just such a wide variety of people, and that lets me know that there. A lot of you are paying attention. You might not stick around the whole stream, or you might not watch all my videos or whatever, but at least you get the I love shrimp thing and you're having fun with it, at least as much fun as I am. So thank you. That's awesome. Hey, Jay Oliver, what's up? Dave Farrell, I saw you snuck in here. Good to see you. I have a video to work on after this stream. Ooh, you're going to do a unboxing video on the shrimpies? That'd be cool. I saw your video that you did with your janitors and cleaning, and what was it that you put in there? But it was a nice video. It was fun. You look like you had a good time doing that video. So that was awesome. Much love to you, Dee Dee. Good work. And I have fun with you on the morning show. Well, sometimes. It got a little weird Tuesday. Thanks, Eduardo. Oh, see, now, thanks again. You have to go and say that, don't you? I love shrimp reads great, but I love Jerry's shrimp reads kind of naughty. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I should time you out, Eduardo. No, I'm just kidding. Now you got me all distracted. Squirrel. So I guess what I'll have to do just for that is just throw it in there.
I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
Oh, it's too early in the stream to start doing that to me. How funny. It wasn't weird. We're all family here. We crashed and burned, but it was still fun. Yeah, we did crash and burn, but I felt like I was, kind of left to be vulnerable. Everybody talking about my relationship status. So that was kind of awkward for me anyway. So if I blushed too much or just didn't say much, because it was weird. So we're not going to talk about that tonight. New local Austin. Hello. Eddie timed out would be great. Oh, man. Hey, Joseph, you need to call me or text me or something and let me know what you want to do, because I know you were talking about wanting to get some shrimps. So let me know, because I want to do you the hookup. What if I said I love Jerry's little shrimpy? Now that's weird. It'd be even weirder if you said Papa's little shrimpy. Yes, we always blame Eduardo for the weird. Poor guy. We love you, man. We do. We love you. Tons, tons. But like I was saying, I did a bunch of stuff over the past couple weeks. I've been working on a video and I'm trying to decide I did a voiceover or I didn't do a voiceover. I filmed me looking at the aquarium and pointing things out and did it with two cameras because I wanted to try that for the first time and line it up. And other than the fact that the video was horrible quality because my lighting was terrible, I didn't know what I was doing, obviously. So I didn't use any of that video. One of them, it was like all my face, and the other one, it was so far away and I was in a shadow. Um, so that didn't work out. And then I deleted all of the talking because I just didn't like what I said. So now I have it set up kind of as no talking, just video, but I'm not sure whether I should do a voiceover or not. It's just a quick video on setting up a 20 long that I set up here because kind of like to show you my mentality when I set up a tank, and especially that it's going to be a breeding tank, not really one that I'm going to be pulling a lot of shrimp out of. It's going to be more selective breeding and calling that I put the good ones in there, and I want them to breed out and be left alone for a little while and build up a colony and try to stabilize it. So that's funny. Squirrel again. So help me out. Let me decide. Help me decide what I should do on that video. It's not a very long video. I think it's like 6.5 minutes, 7 minutes long. It's a very keeping it shrimple style shrimpscape more than an aquascape. But it's kind of like I said, I kind of want to give you an idea of how I look at tanks when I'm putting them together. And I'm also going to do one on all of these 8 tanks back here. I have already started to reset them. The top row is pretty much done. I have it all cleaned out, washed out, and I'm going to put 2 of the tanks have active substrate. The other 2, I'm letting them cycle a little bit. I'll clean out the water, change it out with RO water, and put active substrate in it. And then on the bottom, I think I'm going to leave those without active substrate, and that be more Neos. So it'll be Neos on the bottom and Caridina on the top. But I want to take some pictures of that too and kind of show you, so you get an idea of just, I like to keep it shrimple. And I used to be totally into a hardcore aquascape. That was my thing. I loved about aquariums was having all the plants and just everything beautiful. But now that I've incorporated shrimp and I'm doing things differently, and I have so many tanks, it makes it easier to just keep it simple and focus on the mosses, especially in the shrimp tanks, the different mosses I have. I like to focus on those and try to propagate those because that's what I think shrimpy people should be using in their tanks too. You know, that, like, I don't want to have a bunch of, let's say, pearlweed. I don't have any pearlweed and I don't use it in any of my tanks. Not that I don't want to or I don't like it. It's just for what I'm doing with my tanks, I don't need it. I might do it in a display tank or something, but not in my shrimp tanks, if that makes sense. But I think you can do a lot with a little in a shrimp tank, especially the smaller 5-gallon, 10-gallon, 2.5 gallons, whatever it is. And that's why I use a lot of small spider woods, a lot of mosses that I propagate, you know, the Sawasser tang, my mystery moss, whether it's Christmas moss or peacock moss or whatever. And then the other mosses like the hooker moss. I love the hooker moss. But here, let me give you an idea of what I think I have. I think I have a little Ta-da. I need to figure out how to put something in place while I do this, so it's not just kind of me looking around on my here. Here's a little bit of what I'm talking about. Very simple setup. Your mama is on here. Uh-oh. Everybody be good. Look at that beautiful moss. I got that from Michael Esposito. It was one little bitty frond. It's turned into that. And then here's some suwaster tang that I stuck on that little rock pile and driftwood pile. And so you see how I kept the Malaysian driftwood on one side. I put the spider wood in the middle and on the other side, and then used little pieces of moss. Now I have more. Now I currently have more. I put in extra hooker moss, and then I put in some extra suwaster tang. So to me, it's beautiful setup. Now I'm just trying to figure out. She's watching me on her TV. Oh no, big old TV, huh? Well, I imagine the tank looks really cool on the TV. But that's what I have for that tank. Now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put in it. And that's part of what I put in this video that I haven't released yet, because I'm still trying to edit, just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Because I don't want it to be all that, but I want you to at least get the idea. Remove from studio. And here, wait. Yes, guppy grass is really good. So these are the Galaxy fish bones. Some of them got snowflake genes. Some of them are more to the Galaxy Pinto side, but it's a nice colony that I've been working on for a couple of years. And then of course my blues, I could put some of my blues in there in that 20 long. This is a 10 gallon right now, but as you can see, I got some culling to do because there's some variations of the colors of the blue, where there's some dark blues like this one, and then with the steel kind of speckles on it. These are some darker blues back here, and then there's some lighter ones. You can see the little fry or lighters. The PRLs are looking awesome. What substrate am I using? I'm using pretty much fluval in all of the tanks. It might have a mixture of Brightwell in some of them. And then you said on the first shrimp, it's I'm using a mixture of fluval and sand. So if I go back, that's just black sand and fluval. I like to use the black sand or tan, regular natural looking sand, depending on the color of the shrimp. So it kind of helps me see them. And I think that the shrimp, they seem to really like the difference between having small little pebbles of sand that they can pick up and rotate, or the other substrate, the fluval pebbles that they can rotate. And they've mixed it all up themselves. So I know it's not a problem. They still dig around. But let me get past here. So if you see on the blues, I got to do some culling. On these PRLs, I want to kind of separate those and get 2 tanks going, because there's some really nice higher grade ones in here. This one's pretty nice grade. The white on them is just really, really super white, and the red is super red. I'm just looking for a certain pattern, like that one back there in the back with that little triangle pattern. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So I want to pull those out that have more of that little bit of a V and get that going more stabilized. Here's more of the fish bones, the galaxy fish bones. I just love these. And I've had these for a couple of years. And it's gone from a big colony to a little colony to a big colony to a little colony. You know, but they've survived the moves and all the different tanks that they've been in since the fire. So I'm pretty proud of them. That's not really good photography there. Sorry about that. I didn't edit this. All I did was throw it together and put it together so that way I can show y'all some shrimp. I love shrimp. What's up, Matt? All you freaks wanted me off the stream. That's not true. Skipper pushed the wrong button. These are some fancy tigers. Let me get back over here. I missed it. I was too busy reading the chat. I've been working on these for a while, almost 8 months or so. I think I got them last June, around June or May. But they finally started breeding, and I have all kinds of different batches of shrimplets in there, from medium size to tiny. Eventually, I'll get those up on my website. But that's what I'm trying to do. That's hilarious. Hold on. Do a nice voiceover with the little shrimpy talking in a little voice to Mama Shrimp about her abandoning him behind and not giving him the TIT. LOL. That's a new one. I never heard that one. TIT. What does it mean? But yeah, so as you can see, I have plenty of options. What would you do if you had those shrimp and that 20-gallon long that I just showed you empty and ready for shrimp? Would you buy a different strain of shrimp? Is there something that y'all would like to see me work on? That's a good question right there, because definitely, since I already got the video from the setup, I'll be able to do video of the progress of the tank, which shrimp I add, how they breed, etc., etc. So I could also go with a totally different strain and start from scratch, like maybe get 5 or 10 Dragon Blood Blues, or maybe that's a lot of shrimp. I mean, that's a lot of money. They're kind of expensive, but I love blue shrimp. So, Dragon Blood Blues, that's a good. I've been wanting some for forever. Brian's got a ton of them. You can go to his website. They're 50% off. So now's a good time to get some. He's also got some blue auras, and they're breeding. He showed them on Monday. So the aura blue Caridina shrimp. Papa Shrimp, la teta. Oh, Bob. I'm just going to call you Bob for short. Nobody else will understand. Maybe Dr. Anthony, but you know what it means. Bob Bear. How about that? The English version. Robert Bear. Oh, that's like Richard Cranium. That's an awesome name. Oh, we digress. So anyways, shrimp. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Lori. There you go, Dr. Anthony. Hi, Jess. How you doing? Good to see you. Eric Wyrock, what's going on? Mark, how you doing? Who else have I not said hello to? Let me look. I'm scrolling. I got the chat scrolling. Oh, lack of sleep, people. I also have, I guess I'm trying to adjust to the time change. I don't know what happened to my body, but now all of a sudden, like last night, it was totally out of the norm where my best friend comes over every Tuesday. We hang out for a little while before he goes to bed. He goes to bed early because he works, gets up at like 3 or 3:30. And so he came over, hung out, he left. I munched real quick on some food and passed out like at 9 o'clock. It couldn't have been too much past 9 o'clock. But I ended up waking up at 4 o'clock, wide awake, which was not what I wanted to do. And I tried so hard to go back to sleep, but no, I'd already had too much sleep for falling asleep at 9. So I woke up at 4 and I've been awake since. So yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived. So if I get goofy, that's why. It's Eduardo's fault. You leave for Peru tomorrow. Holy cow. Be safe. Be very safe. Yeah, Jess, are you feeling better? Well, I guess so if you work today. Color Guppies, hey, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Blame it on the oregano. Yep. Blame it on the oregano. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. So I'm going to share something with you. I didn't get to edit it or anything, but oh, sorry. I got distracted. Squirrel. But I wanted to share this with you because I look at it like all the time. I love my granddaughter. She's precious. And I got this video a couple of years ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago. And it's just so precious. Check it out. People. They're all crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all crazy. Shrimp.
Shrimp. You like shrimp? You like Papa Shrimp?
More shrimp.
You want me to show you more shrimp on my camera? Oh, I just love the way she says that. Shrimp. And points at my phone because that was her thing. And it was really cute later on after that. I was showing her pictures on my phone because she said she was like, more shrimp. And I was like, okay, more shrimp. And I was showing her pictures of shrimp. And I went through every photo of shrimp that I had on my camera. And when she got done, she was like, more shrimp. And I was like, I don't have any more shrimp. So she ran off and then came back and she showed me her hand and she goes, more shrimp. And I was like, no, I don't have any. And she just looked at me funny and was like, so she turned around and went back to the other room and came back again. And she held up her hand and says, more shrimp. And I was like, no, I showed you all the shrimp I have, baby. I don't have any more. And then her mom goes, she's trying to show you more shrimp on her phone. And I was like, oh. So then I was like, let me see your shrimp. And she put her hand in front and she just started pretending like she was swiping, showing me more shrimp on her pretend imaginary camera. It was so cute. Awesome. 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 Yeah, I get all mush mush. A friend of mine called me that one time. She said, you're such a mush mush. When it comes to my granddaughter, I can't help it. So I'm trying to catch up on the chat since I've been talking away. Too Cooley for Schooly, hello. Fishymon, hello. Who else is snuck in here? I don't see anybody else that snuck in here. If you're here and just lurking, Jamie Anderson, hello. I think I made it all the way back up. Yep. Okay, cool deal. It's okay to be a mush mush. Well, like I said, when it comes to my granddaughter, I mean, she just makes me melt. I can't. All my grandkids do, but I have three boys and one girl. So of course, the girl gets all the attention because I had three sons myself, and my sister had a son. So there was no females in the family until my granddaughter came along. So I think I will be bringing some more shrimp back from Peru with me. Really? What kind of shrimp are down there? I mean, I don't know what kind of shrimp are in the wild that would be down there. Is it same as we get? Like, do they have caradinas and neos, or do you find different stuff like the bamboo shrimp, vampire shrimp, stuff like that? Well, my grandkids aren't that old. Sorry, you got me on that one, Dr. Anthony. My oldest grandson will be 5. My granddaughter will be 4. And then my next grandson is 1.5. And then my next one is like 5 months. So they're all still babies. They all still have the beautiful sparkle in their eyes. And it makes me melt. I'm a mush mush. Yes, they are. They are very much so. And for me in particularly, as I've gotten older and been through the things that I've been through, they're particularly that much more uh, important. To just they're the future. I'm definitely not. I'm on my way out. I'm over 50, over the hill, but not as old as Doc Anthony. Sorry, had to throw that one out there. Maco Brancan, Maco Branchium, and such. Macho Branchium, small dwarf shrimp. Interesting. That'd be interesting to have a different type of shrimp besides all the ones that we're all familiar with. I'd love to get me some Celoace, I think, just because they're really, really cool. You don't have to worry about calling them. The heater and the high pH, maybe that's a deterrent just because it's so much easier when things are consistent across the board. Um, and that's why I like to use RO water because it makes it easier for me. Even though I have well water and it's pretty darn clean and soft, anyways, um, I do like to use the RO water and remineralize it to my flavor or to the fish's likings. And the substrate thing is kind of like when people use cichlid substrate because of all the different pieces of coral and higher calcium and stuff like that they put in those substrates. That's the same thing, but opposite with the active substrate is we just want softer waters and pull out the KHs and stuff like that. So, it's I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about just how all the different things that you're using to water your substrates, the filtration method, the plants that you keep, all of that stuff makes a big difference in what's going on in your aquarium. So yeah, finding a balance, that's one of the hardest things I think for everybody to understand is having a balanced tank. And to achieve that balance and maintain it is the ultimate goal because then you really have very little maintenance that you have to do yourself other than top offs and water changes every once in a while. So if anything, learning to balance is a lot easier with consistency. So I don't want to have some tanks with high pH and lots of calcium, some with no KH and low pH and low TDSs and high TDSs and guppies and cichlids. You got to try to keep it shrimple. Ha ha. Snuck it in there. Yep, got to keep it shrimple. That's the whole point of the whole thing and for me, it works better. I mean, it it's just an easier approach, and I've learned that just with everything in life. My music that I write and that I do, I'm so much more into simplicity than I am technical because, to be honest, I watched my videos all the time of me playing 30 years ago. No, sorry, just no. And if I would have been smarter, I would have I would have been a little um, more cognizant of what I was doing to myself because I can't play my own music anymore. I just so the stuff that I write now, I try to throw in the technical stuff, but more tasty, if that makes sense. And so that way I don't feel like I'm running 6 miles every song. So same thing with everything else that I've been doing, learning to simplify and get rid of the noise, and the way I set up the tanks, the way I set up my racks, even the way that I get around my fish room, I try to keep it as simple as possible. So, word to the wise, you don't have to go that way, and you can be as complex with all the gadgets and doodads, and trust me, if I had the money, I'd probably do it. If not for anything, but just to check it out, because again, I like to know why. Why is this good or why is this bad? And I like to find out for myself so that I understand the whys. And then when somebody asks me, well, what do you think about this and why? I can tell them instead of, well, it's okay. I like the color, whatever the case may be. I'd rather know what the heck I'm talking about or just say, I don't know. I've never done it. So let's see who else snuck in here. We got 26 people. Love you, people, all of you, but not as much as
I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
okay, maybe I do, but no, I love shrimp way more. Ask my family. They think I'm crazy. Three years is old for them, yeah. And that's the other thing is that, like on some of my tanks, like the Galaxy fish bones that I was showing you, the first ones, these right here, because I have had them, at least I've had this strain that I've been building the colony, and it's shrunk and it's grown again for several years. So, like yesterday, I found a dead shrimp in the tank, and it didn't freak me out. And why? Because I've had those shrimp for a couple of years now, and the biggest one in there, I know for sure. I've had that one as a female, probably 2.5 years, maybe. Yeah, 2.5 years at least. So to see that shrimp go away, not really surprising and not really concerning as far as, oh no, what's going on in my tank? My shrimp died. Um, it's more of that she probably reached her lifespan, unfortunately, and they don't last forever. I wish they did, but they don't. They get old, and 3 years. I haven't really talked to a whole bunch of people that have had the same shrimp for more than 3 years. My family knows I am crazy. Dee Dee's got 4 shrimp tanks, shrimp only tanks. Wow, nice. Holly asks, what is my favorite food to feed my shrimp? Um, right now, what's working really great is the food that I got from Blue Crown Aquatics. This stuff, the shrimp love it. I like the way that it's it's a little bit harder than the other shrimp foods, so it doesn't dissolve. But I've never come back a couple of hours later and there still be a chunk of food there. The shrimp take it, they break it up, they eat it, and it's gone. And so that tells me they love it. Sometimes with the other foods, whether it's Shrimp King, whether it's the other one, the Glass Garden stuff, the shrimp dinner, that stuff's stinky. And I used to use that a lot, but because I don't forget to put the cap back on, it stink up my house, so I stopped using it just because I'd forget to put the cap back on, and it stunk bad. But this stuff right here, um, and hopefully I'll have it available soon. But this stuff here is what I've been using, and it seems to be my favorite right now. Works really good. Of course, the for the tanks that have shrimplets in it, I do um, a little bit of Bacter AE, and it's a small amount. I mean, I've had this bottle forever because I use this little bitty tiny spoon, and I barely put not even a fourth, maybe an eighth of this spoon of Bacter AE. I use it very, very sparingly. In my clown killifish tank, I just put it on the top because all the fish, you know, congregate at the top of the water and they eat it up. But I also use Shrimp Baby from Glass Garden. I like the shrimp key foods. I've never had an issue with it. It's just I ran out and I have this Blue Crown and I wanted to give it a shot. And before I even decide if I want to sell it, I wanted to see how good my shrimp liked it, and they love it. Let's see. I've got a scud tank that has 4 cherry shrimp in it. That's all the shrimp I have. I'm sure that if they had any shrimplets, that the scuds would probably just outcompete them. Um, I had a scud problem in one of my tanks, but I've pretty much gotten it down to maybe there's 3 or 4 in there. But I have 4 coolie loaches in that tank, and there's nothing in it. It's the very last tank on the top up there, and I didn't have any shrimp in it because it was full of scuds. So I cleaned it out, washed it out as good as I could. I didn't remove the tank, but I gravel vacked it and filled it up, gravel vacked it, filled it up, gravel vacked it several times to clean it up and get as many scuds out as I could. The other ones I caught and put in with the cichlids so that the cichlids could have some fun with them. And then the coolie loaches are in there, and they seem to be taking care of the other ones that sneak out of the sand every once in a while. Hey, Crown Tail, how you doing? You're just lurking? All right. Well, we're saying hello anyways. Hello to all the lurkers and to Captain Replay. Oh, he's already on here. Hey, Jojo. And that's funny because that's what I call my son. My son's name is Joseph, and I call him Jojo. So sorry to take leniency with that terminology. You're probably going, shut up, Papa Shrimp. Don't call me Jojo. Oh, speaking of, my son will be here next week. I'm so excited. I haven't seen him since January 3rd when he went back to school. And so spring break starts Friday afternoon, and I pick him up because they have a bus that comes to Texas from his school. And I'll go up there with all the other parents and pick up our kids. and he'll be home for the week. So next weekend stream might be dicey because I might be hanging out with my son, but I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated through the community posts or whatever and let you know. I don't know. I miss him and I love spending time with him. We get to geek out and play NHL. He's going to be competing in the online tournament for NHL, which is a pretty big deal for us. But of course, I like to get my playtime in with him too. It's the only video game I really play anymore. And I only play it when he's around. So he always kicks my butt. Let's see. Stephen P, what's up? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. The cherry shrimp are hitchhikers in the scud culture. Huh. That's funny. Yeah, I'm half and half on scuds. I mean, every time I've had any issues with scuds, it's usually isolated. Like out of all 34 of my tanks now, that's the only one that had scuds in it, and now I pretty much got that one. Now I have another one that I see a bunch of little baby scuds in my fancy red tiger tank. So that's probably from maybe I didn't clean my net when I went from one tank to another. That's why I recommend you have a fresh, clean net every time after you've used it. That'll keep away any critters. But something that I do a lot is, like, especially with the reset tanks that I have, I can notice when they have, like, even when you clean out the tank and you change the water, like I have a bunch of times, you find all the little critters. They start swimming around. The water's clean and they're looking for food. So all the little critters are swimming around. So I had a tank up there that I don't have access. I don't have any active substrate in it right now. It's just regular sand. And I did that because I noticed there was critters in it. And what I did was I threw a bunch of Skittles Neos in there. Not a bunch. There's like 10 of them. Oranges, red Rillies, half red and blue Neos. I just threw them in there to help clean the tank out a little bit. And then I put in 3 fry 24 karat gold guppies. And from yesterday to today, all the little critters are gone. Now, I'm sure there's still some in there, but they took care of them. And I like that trio of guppies. I've been doing that with them as I noticed there's critters in the tank that I've just cleaned. I'll put them in there and let them go to town and take care of all the little critters. I'm almost trying to, I have one tank up here that's empty, but it's got some critters in it. And they're not seed shrimp. It's the other ones. I don't know which little, whatever they're called, pods, cephalopods or opopods or whatever, osteropods. Yeah, multiple tanks need multiple nets. I know it is. Okay, oregano. You better chill, buddy. But so I'm thinking about how I possibly might let that tank grow and culture whatever it is they are. I could identify them. I just haven't. But I know they're not copepods. I know they're not seed shrimp. So I'm thinking about culturing them and then using them. If I can figure out a way to do it, it'd probably take a coffee filter to do it. But I could strain out the water and then use that to feed the fried clown killifish. So that was a thought that came to me today when I was sitting there with the fry guppies that are munching away on these little things. And I was thinking, hey, what if I culture them and then start feeding them to the fry killifish? So I'll keep you posted on that, because that was, like I said, it was a thought that popped into my head today when I was checking out the tanks and thinking of stuff. Eduardo, mind your own fish room. It's polite. No, I know. That's why I used to have multiple nets. And I'd always carry around a little container or catch cup, if you want to call it that, with water and white vinegar in it. So that way, when I'm using one net only, I could disinfect it in between uses. So, but sometimes you get lazy. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you get in a hurry. And the next thing you know, you got little critters and from tank to tank. Or I pull a plant out, and those little suckers, they stick to plants. You'd be surprised how long they will stick to plants. Um, so that's why I'll take the plants out now and I'll put them in a container, and I set the container aside and let the snails, let the whatever critters are on there, scuds, come off. I wash the plants out. I treat the plants with whatever fenbendazole or no planaria or whatever. And then from there, that's when I know the plant is clean, as clean as it can be, then I'll put it in another tank because I've learned the hard way. But again, I'm still one of those that goes, I want to find out why. Why is it so important to clean your net between uses or have multiple nets for multiple tanks? Let's find out. Well, we have our answer because you transfer critters, you transfer bacteria, you transfer all kinds of stuff back and forth. So be mindful of that. It's kind of like washing your hands, and social distancing. The same thing with the net. So you transferring stuff from one. It's like coughing and they're swallowing each other's spittle. I guess that's the right way to say it. It's a horrible analogy, but you get the drift. Hey Garcia, how you doing? I got an important shrimp question. I'm trying to read both questions at the same time.
I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
Thanks, Matt. I love shrimp. You need to get some more fish holders too. Yeah, it is. And so that's why I also have let me see. I also have this little container I got. It's one of those fridge storage containers. I got it at Walmart. It was like $4 or whatever. I got 3 of them. So when I empty out a tank and take the plants out and I'm going to use them again or propagate or whatever, they go in here. This is the little wash bin. I like that it's clear. I like that I can see through it. I can look at the water, see if there's any critters swimming around, etc., etc. So this is what I use. And this has come in very, very, very handy. And like I said, I have 3 of them. I could use them for a breeder, for a little breeder thing if I wanted to with my clown killifish, whatever. But having containers and stuff like that is very good to help you move things from tank to tank if you have multiple tanks. So just a tip, just a anyways, moving on. What's up, Patrick Hardy? Good to see you. 14 in total, all doing great. That's how many tanks you got, Eduardo? Never thought to use them with my fish. Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time, Brooklyn. I go to the stores and I'm looking for different containers and different things that I could use. Yeah, see, Sherry does too. It's one of those things that I even saw. Who was it? Father Fish. I saw a video where he was showing about how to build or design your fish room or something like that. And he was showing how, like, some people, and I've even seen Lucas do it, I think, like those little office container drawer things which you use for your post-it notes or paper clips or whatever. But for small fish, people will set them up and use them as little breeding racks. So there's all kinds of things you can do with little containers. So yes, I look for containers, and these happen to be the right length so that if I wanted to, I can actually take this container the way it is without having to put anything on it and stick it in a 20-gallon long, and it'll set flush along the frame. And I can make a little breeding tray out of it. Okay. That's why paint it unless, that's a really important thing so I can see the fish. But really, I could use it. That's why I got it originally, because it's the perfect fit without having to add screws or anything. I could just drill some holes for some filtration and water to come in and then filter out the backside. That was my original thinking. Yeah, smash that like button. You don't have to, but it'd be nice. Help me out a little bit. I appreciate everybody that's really coming out and watching the videos, leaving comments and everything. Thank you. At least, all the work that I put into it. And I probably put way too much work into the stuff that I do. I know I do, but I'm so OCD about certain things that, but I appreciate the comments. It lets me know at least you're watching and that, at least I'm doing something right. But you can also leave comments and let me know, hey, dude, show this or do that, or I want to see something like this, whatever. Let me know. And I always welcome emails too. Send me an email of what you'd like to see, something that you have a question about that you want me to do a video on. That helps me put together ideas for content, because a lot of times I come up with ideas for content through these streams, through questions, through talking to other people or seeing things on other streams. So awesome. Thanks, Matt. Well, good. I'm glad that you checked it out. And yeah, like I said, right now he's doing a 50% off sale for spring. So get on there and check it out and see if he's got anything you want. Everything is 50% off except his Neocaradinas. So all of the Caradina shrimp, all of the supplies, the food, the remineralizers, the bacteria, any of that stuff, it's 50% off. So go check it out. And if you don't get anything, at least, like I said, jump on that little chat box and just say hashtag I love shrimp, and he'll know that you came from me, and he'll get a chuckle out of that. I'm just reading. Brooklyn, I'm always getting my mom to thumbs up stuff too. Yeah, thanks, Brooklyn Mom. Can you do that on a TV if you're watching on a TV? Can you hit the like button? I don't know. And I know it's weird, but I sometimes watch my videos on the TV because it's really cool to see the footage, like my clown killifish, to see that on the big screen TV, the videos that I did on. Wow, it's awesome. It's so fun to look at it on a TV. Do a vid on the explanation of shrimp are naked. Okay, weirdo. Ed Weirdo. Oh man, you're gonna hate me. I'm sorry. On Android TV devices and Roku devices, you can thumbs up a vid. Oh wow, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Big screen makes things look big. Yeah. On that note,
I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
We'll give it one more of those. And then I'm going to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with me again. I'm sorry Brian didn't show up. He'll be here next week. And then he'll probably going to pop up and do a stream sometime, because he's going to try to do as much as he can before he goes back to work, but he's not working the late shift. Anyways, thank you for coming and hanging out with me on Wednesday for Keeping It Shrimple episode 25. Thank you to all my moderators. I appreciate all the help. I didn't see a single bot, if there was any. So thank you very much for keeping that distraction. I had enough distractions as it was. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. We'll see you around next time. Peace out.